Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, and I am posting this video after a long time of not posting a video, so I thought that I would do a video. Ooh. So as you can see, we are in the closet. It's my yarn in the background. This video isn't a podcast, at least I don't think it is, because I haven't really worked on anything. It's more of like a show and tell, and I think because things are gonna actually be getting a little bit busy for me, once I finish something, I'm thinking of, instead of like doing podcasts, I'll just do, oh, this is my finished object, this is what I used, and showcasing it that way. Because it's kind of hard to dedicate a lot of time to podcasting and to actually working on crochet. Or instead of doing a weekly ones, I will be doing bi-weekly podcasts. So that's up in the air right now. But I do have some things to show you. Firstly, I want to get into the blanket drive because that is still happening. I have 3 new blankets that have been completed, one by myself and two of them by my best friend. She's been cranking them out like crazy. So yeah, here is the one that I made. This is made completely out of the sparkly yarn that I received from Shirley. So in the middle, I started it off as a circle and then it just progressed to a square. So this is what it's looking like. It's really sparkly and really pretty. And I made it a little bit smaller than the other one so that it can be used as a baby blanket, or however the hospital sees fit. And this is made with, let me see how many strands. 2, 4, with 6 strands held together. So that's the one that I did. And then my best friend Michaela, here's one that she did. She just did a continuous granny square, and she just grew it bigger and bigger until it looked like this. And she is working on her 3rd one, and here is the first one that she made. So yeah, the blanket drive is most definitely still happening. I've gotten a lot of blankets in and a lot of blankets completed. So I'm really excited. Again, if you would like to donate a blanket or maybe some yarn to the blanket drive, I will be leaving our podcast email down below. Okay. Secondly, I want to get into our Crochet Along. So the Crochet Along started on the 29th of June, and it is going until July 30th. And I wanted to show some prizes that one was donated and one I purchased myself. Hold on, I had it. Brody, it's a long story. It's not long, but I'll explain. So I was at my local Walmart the other day when I was in the yarn section, and I happened upon 3 skeins of the mandala. Oops, I had it upside down. And this is called Wood Nymph. I have 3 skeins all in the same color. 2 I kept for myself, and 1 I am giving away as a prize. Well, my precious Brody got to one of them, so one of the ones that I was keeping for myself is in shambles, and I just haven't had the energy to untangle it. So it is currently, it is currently sitting in a bag somewhere. But someone has the chance to win this and some other goodies that I'm going to be including along with this in our prize drawing. So that's 3 prizes that we have so far. 1 was donated by Shirley, and it is the cotton yarn. the orange mercerized cotton yarn. And someone else has the chance to win a pouch of stitch markers handmade by Marianne. Marianne also included some stitch markers for me, which I use on a daily, and let me show them off. You will win the whole entire pouch. Here's one. I'm going to show my, in this one, you're going to be seeing pretty soon when I get to the next segment. This one is my favorite, and this one is the one I use most frequently. It is a beautiful flower. And then there are two of them that look like gems. Love them. So thank you so much, Marianne and Shirley, for your donations. Whoever receives your prize, I know they're going to be really happy. I did say that I wanted to have 3 or 4 prizes for the Crochet Along. So I'm not sure if I'm going to be getting any more, but I am really happy with what I have now, and I want to thank everyone who has been participating thus far. The Crochet Corner podcast does have a Ravelry group, which I will be leaving in the description box below, and we also have the pattern that will be used for the Crochet Along. I will also leave that in the description below. Make sure you head over to the Ravelry group, join, and get started on the Crochet Along. It ends July 30th. Okay, and now I want to get into some stash enhancements. So I've been using up a lot of my yarn. So what I'm going to be doing within the next couple weeks is actually stocking up on more yarn. But when I was at Walmart, where a different time when I went to Walmart, I found this beautiful skein of Red Heart Jumbo in the color light blue, and I couldn't resist, so I got it. I also got this skein of crochet thread, and I've been trying my hand. Oh my god, excuse me, I'm not even sleepy. I've been trying my hand at crocheting with the thread. This is a little granny square that I've been doing, and this thread calls for a 1.5 millimeters hook. So yeah, it's definitely been a process because I've never worked with anything this thin before, and the hook is just so short that it's kind of a pain to work with. It would be easier for me to work with this if the hook wasn't so short. That's the only complaint that I have with this. I'm only starting with this small square because I have a lot of it and I'm not sure what I want to do with it. So I'm going to be looking up patterns of like what people use crochet thread for. If you guys have any suggestions, please let me know in the comments below because I love it. It's such a pretty color. This is just a it's like a beige kind of color, kind of tan, beigey, and I love it, and I want to make something really cute and really cool out of it. I was thinking of learning how to do Victorian lattice squares and making them with this. I've also picked up, these are called overall buckles with no sew buttons. That is going to be my next big project, is making some overalls. So I thought that I would get some so that I can start experimenting with more garment making and then releasing more patterns. Like I said, I'm not really good. If I get better at writing patterns, then I will do that. But what I'm planning on doing is selling links to unlisted videos for my YouTube channel where you guys will get a hands-on tutorial, a video tutorial on how to make garments. So that's my big plan when it comes to as far as designing goes. Yes. So the last thing that I wanted to mention, I haven't made a video in so long, I'm getting like, huh, what do I do next? Is the progress on my socks. So, to avoid getting second sock syndrome, I thought it would be best, I'm not going to go into that right now. I'm going to show something else. Hold on. I have to get to the end of this row. Can't just leave it hanging. But to avoid, I'm going to just go ahead and continue. To avoid getting second sock syndrome, I decided that it would be really appropriate to go ahead and start knitting the second sock to my BS socks that I was making. The only thing is that I really, really, really wanted mismatch socks. So I decided to flip the colors completely for the toe and for the foot of the sock. So, if anyone remembers, my other sock, the toe is blue, and it's the stripy yarn that I got from Shirley, and then the foot of the sock is knit with the brown that I got from Bernadette. I decided to flip that with my second sock so that I could have some variety and I wouldn't get too burnt out with knitting. Okay. Also, because I was kind of getting a little burnt out with my first sock, I decided to stop doing the brown and attach the blue. So I'm going to go ahead and show that one. So this is the first sock that I started doing. And the toe is blue and it stripes to gray. And then the foot of the sock is brown. But if you see here, I have attached the blue color again, and I plan on knitting the rest of the sock with the blue, and then maybe switching back to the brown for the cuff. I stated before that I will be doing an afterthought heel for this sock, so it's basically going to be one long tube until I put in the afterthought heel. And I have a lot of yarn. I haven't even really dented this at all. So yeah, and then with the leftovers, I'm going to be knitting my mom some socks because she really loves the blue. These are the brown that I have left. It's two separate skeins because instead of like waiting for one skein to be done, I just used two. And it's the same with the blue. And like I said, I've started my second sock. I finished the toe increases, and right now I'm working on the foot of the sock. But like the issue that I had was that I didn't count like how many rows of the toe that I did after I stopped the increases. But it's whatever. And when I mean that, I mean how many rows in like the toe color. Seems like it's not adding up, but it's okay. I wanted them to be mismatched anyway. So here is the second sock. Ugh. And you see, this is the stitch marker that I got from Marianne. And this is 2 days progress. Well, mostly one day, and today would mark the second day. So yeah, there we go. And I noticed that when you use the brown for the cast on, it like does this cool little stripe pattern. And then the blue, whereas this one is more of the light blue at the bottom, this is more of the darker blue. So I thought that was really cool, and it's gonna make a really nice pair of mismatched socks like I wanted. And I really want to have these done pretty soon. That's why I thought it was a great idea to already go ahead and cast on the second sock. So for right now, I've just been monogamously working on my sock. and I hope to, I stopped growing the other one so that I could catch this one up. So that's what I'm going to be doing in the next couple weeks, is growing my sock. It's really cool. My next plan of action is to get a sock blocker so that it could round out the toe a little bit. It's kind of awkward when I put it on my foot, but yeah, that's my next thing, is I want to be able to get a sock blocker. But other than that, I'm extremely happy with the progress that I've been making on this when I actually finally decided to start picking it up again. So, there isn't anything else that I wanted to show. Oh, I forgot, almost forgot. I keep both socks in this plastic bag. Nothing special. Can't really afford to get those cool bags that everyone else has. I also plan on doing the cuff in the same color. So I'm pretty sure it's going to be black. This is what I'm going to be using for, not the cuff, the heels. Yeah, it's either between this one or the blue one. So yeah, that's what I'm going to be using for the afterthought heel. I am very nervous to actually do an afterthought heel. I've done so much research that I feel like I'm ready, but you'll never know if you're ready until you actually do it. So that is my next project, is to finish my sock and actually put in the heel. I would have been done with the sock a lot sooner had I done the Fleagle heel instead, but I really wanted to do an afterthought heel because I was told that they're easier to repair when the heel wears down. So yeah, okay, that is pretty much all I have to show for today. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to my channel. I appreciate everyone who has joined our Ravelry group and is participating in the CAL. I'm so excited to see everyone's finished objects and to see what everyone has been working on. Remember, the CAL ends on July 30th. And we have a chatter thread and a finished objects thread that's already been opened and all of that jazz. So, if you guys would like to get notifications from whenever I post a video, go ahead and click the bell that is on, like, if you look to your right and down, there is a little bell and it'll notify you when I upload a video. Besides that, thank you guys so much for tuning in, and I will see you in the next one.